Hello everyone, Pallytime here, and welcome back to the channel. We are in the midst of our Orcs Must Die 3 playthrough, where we're going through each level on the hardest difficulty and sharing how to get the perfect 5-skull completion on each level. If you guys enjoy these episodes, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Helps us out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Today's level is going to be the Hidden Dock, and I'm not going to lie to you, I actually struggled to figure out a combination of traps that would work on this level while also fitting inside of the par time restriction that this level imposes. You can kind of customize the difficulty on this one a little bit, and I'll show you exactly what I mean with that when we get into the level, but you don't want to make it too easy on yourself that the enemies don't go into your kill box fast enough. So if we take a look at this map, there are 2 entrances that the orcs are going to be spawning from. One at the northwest location, one at the northeast location. And this map is basically mirrored. So depending on which side they come out, they will be traveling along this path until inevitably they reach the rift here. I tried some strategies where I walled off one side and tried to manually defend this side, but as you could see, you don't have any money for any traps. So that wasn't really working for me. I adjusted by having a kill box in this area over on the western side, where I basically fought all of the enemies, tried to funnel them in here, and it went okay until you realize that in round 2 the entirety of the orc army spawns out of this northeastern door, which means if we're gonna make par time, we probably need to fight over here. Another thing that might be going against us with par time, if you're seeing the orcs move down the path, if we block off an area, these orcs will come and check out this barricade. Let's look at the next one coming. See the barricade? Oh, I can't go that way. And then turn around and move to the other direction. So essentially with those 2 barricades on the west side, we'll be able to funnel every single enemy down this path, which is exactly what you want. This round, however, is the one that introduces kobold sappers. Dastardly little kobolds that have bombs strapped to their back. And their goal is to seek out your barricades and destroy them. They care about nothing else. However, we can manipulate the AI of these kobolds just a little bit because they always prefer to go to the closest barricade to their spawn. At least that's how they do it on this level. It's a little different on other levels that have multiple stories that you have to defend, but for now we'll go with that. So I was just doing a practice run where I had barricades here, and unfortunately the sappers went for those. We could put brimstone in front of these to try to defend them. However, that's a lot of extra money that I don't really want to spend. So we need to find the balance of where can I place a barricade that keeps orcs from moving into the rift and keeps them all going into our kill box, versus where can I place barricades that sappers won't immediately target them. We are going to be placing more barricades over on this side eventually, not this first round, but because this is extremely close to this side, all of the kobolds will run to that, and hopefully it's close enough to that side that the kobolds will run to that. We'll just have to wait and see, honestly. I am using the Staff of Domination. It's my preferred weapon of choice. I have the Fear Jar because I'm going to be doing a lot of manual defending this round. And I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but that was the easiest way I found to actually make this round work for me. We have double wide barricades as well as brimstone, tar, wall grinders, which we have never featured before. I'm going to try to show every trap in one of these videos. By the time we're done with the series, you'll know how every single trap works. And that's why we have the grinders in here. But it does make sense as well, as a lot of enemies are going to be walking directly next to this. If they come in range, they'll simply take some damage. We're using the ceiling lasers again, as well as, are these called wall spikes? I call them slappers because that's exactly what they do. They will slap away from the wall, hitting anyone, stunning them, and I have these upgraded to apply bleed damage as well. Because they are stunned, it means more enemies are going to be in the laser for longer, thus increasing our DPS inside of our kill box. We're also using acid sprayers as well as dart traps that are modified to do ice damage. Now, with that very long intro out of the way, a lot is riding on these barricades working for us. And if they don't, unfortunately, we're going to have to make some adjustments. For this first round, I'm going to put in a laser that's slightly off centered here because I imagine most enemies are going to be cutting this corner. And then we're also going to put a tar down on this corner as well, hopefully to catch most of the orcs. Because I'm using the Staff of Domination, I am going to mind control the first ogre that spawns out of the northwestern door. And normally, I don't like to fight outside of my kill boxes, but I feel as though this level kind of necessitates it, or at least for the strategy that I am using here. So the orc is going to help me, the ogre, excuse me, is going to help me fight off the orc army. And he's going to keep most of them in this one consolidated spot for quite some time. When he dies, he explodes for big damage in the area. And now that the other side is starting to spawn, I'm simply going to fall back here.
Here they come.
These orcs can be a bit of a hassle to deal with. That is an understatement. So have the fear jar ready to go. This level also has a ton, and I mean a ton, of archers that can completely ruin your day. We're repeating the same strategy on this side again by mind controlling those orcs. Moving side to side, standing behind line of sight are all things that can help with the damage of the archers. However, if you die, just know that that does not affect your score. You simply go back to the base and you'll heal up and then you can run back. It's not that big of a deal at all. It is relatively important that I stay on this side because we are going to be selling that laser here pretty soon. Let me go ahead and put a fear down as these guys are coming around the corner. I'm trying to specifically line of sight any archers here, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of them in this corner. Most of the wave has already been dealt with. We don't have too much more to worry about. Okay, all right. Luckily for me, there's only one ogre left. I'm going to mind control him. Make sure I'm close enough to my traps to be able to sell both of these, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're then gonna put a barricade down on this line, as well as a tar trap, a grinder on the wall, and brimstone in front of these to help protect our traps from the orcs. With the rest of the money that we have, we're going to put lasers down the lane. I can almost put another one down. And while we're waiting for enemies to trickle in, I am going to line of sight with this pillar. Again, we built up on the eastern side because this wave only comes out of this side this turn. Let's put up another laser here. And eventually we'll have a kill box that travels the entirety of the wall here. Mind control on the orc. Dynamite archers on the map. That was actually a pretty sketchy mind control for me then. You never really want to give dynamite archers a target to shoot at, which means that you need to position far enough back that they don't shoot at you. But also using the Staff of Domination to take over ogres can be a little sketchy because every time they shoot, it's a very big AoE that could damage your barricades. If one of those barricades actually goes down, that's $1,200 that we committed that we can't give back, which is pretty scary. Round 3 starts off with sappers. Sappers are kind of scary until you realize you can just shoot them and that they die immediately. Sappers also let out a screech like a bird swooping down to kill its prey, so they do have an audio tell to let you know that they are coming. This wave starts out heavily on the western side of the map, so I just used the downtime that I have to go back to the rift and heal up. We want them to come into our kill box, although, as you can see, this is why par time could be a little bit hard on this map because they were sent quite a ways off. Once again, doing my best to line of sight, and these guys are starting to pile back up over here. I checked the map before I mind controlled this time. There were no dynamite archers. There are, however, sappers about to spawn, which we take care of right away. You don't need to step out and kill those sappers. It's more of a precaution than anything else. However, I like to do it. Our brimstone would take care of them. That's why we set up the brimstone in the orientation that we did, because every enemy that walks into that area will take fire damage, and the moment sappers step in fire, the bombs on their back explode. We are getting some gnolls coming our way. These guys can jump over our barricades. Just be prepared for that. Gnolls want to hunt you. They don't care about anything else. The ogres were about to step through my kill box, so all we do is move up to the opening, put down a nice fear to keep them inside of the deadly zone, and then we can finish off these gnolls really fast. We also have a little bit of time to add on to our kill box. Let's go ahead and put some new lasers in, these facing another direction, because the orcs are going to be taking this corner and then turning. That will help out with our damage in the room. 2 more orcs walking in. I think we're chilling. I think I'm just going to stand here. Eventually, this is going to be the place that we stand because it's much safer from the archers and the dynamite archers. We could just kind of chill on this side. As this ogre hits the second line of lasers, we're going to mind control him. If this one moves back, we're going to mind control him there as well. We want them stunned while taking damage. That just helps us take them out even faster. Now this, I think, will be our proof of concept. If the left side doesn't get destroyed, then we are good to go. Gonna put some more brimstone in as well as our dart trap. Next to that dart trap, I'm gonna put in a poison sprayer as well. And then another barricade to help funnel these guys the direction I want them to go. Make sure you always leave full tile of space open. Otherwise, the ogres will sit back and just destroy your barricades because they can't fit through. Sappers spawning out of the left side. Are they going to go left? No, they're coming to me, which means that this kill box is going to be the winner. Unfortunately, I stood on top of that barricade with a dynamite archer, and that's what happens. Again, those sappers would have been destroyed when they ran this way. I might need one more brimstone here. I'm going to go ahead and add that. But right about now, this trap is starting to be extremely self-sufficient. At most, all we're going to need to do is mind control the ogres and maybe put a fear down here or there. Null rushing to me. All we got to do is hit him with a mind control and they won't attack me. They can sit still and get easy headshots on them to clear them out. You know, if they don't fucking spin around in a circle for no reason. One ogre did get through the kill box, but that's pretty easy to deal with. It just means we need to add a little more damage. One thing we could do is add another slapper onto the wall. That'll keep those guys stunned in that area a little bit more. We can also add another row of lasers in the walkway that they have to walk here. And finish filling this out with brimstone and tar when we have the money.
The barricade is under attack.
Now what you can do, if a dynamite archer is hitting your barricades like mine, you just sell them in between rounds. As long as it's in between rounds, it's not a big deal at all. We're gonna put another wall grinder up in the back. In front of every grinder, we put tar. Sappers spawning in. You can see they were taken care of by the brimstone. Another wave of sappers coming in, and they were taken care of by the brimstone. Yes, it's a little sketchy. Yes, it's a little scary, but we're holding just fine. Let's go ahead and put another poison sprayer up in the front. Now I'm going to fall back to heal. We might be able... Yes, we could fit another ice dart in on this side. I'm going to fit another poison sprayer in next to this. This one pointing into the kill box. And I think I'm at the point where all I really have to do is defend myself from these nulls that keep spawning. Which, again, with the Staff of Domination, that's no big deal at all. These ogres getting knocked down by the wall slappers, I really need to put one more in, it looks like, to catch these guys. But that's a pretty easy adjustment. Oh, these Null Grenaders. I forgot about these. These are basically dynamite archers, but they hunt you down. It is imperative that you do not stand next to your barricades when these guys spawn. You'll be able to see them on the map. They're diamond shapes with a yellow color. Yellow color are always indicative to something that can destroy your traps. That's very important to know. So that one yellow dot that was in our kill box, a dynamite archer. This one over here, dynamite archer. Also, with these wall slappers, just so I covered all my bases, these can be rotated. These can even be vertical if you can find the right spot for it. But how you want these to be set up is that bracket on the left, the metal piece on the left, is the direction your trap is going to attack. So I always want that on the left side, so the slapper is knocking enemies backwards into the kill box, keeping them in there longer, just like that. I'm gonna put another freeze trap on this side, another sprayer on this side, and fall back because Null Grenaders are chasing me as well as these hunters. We have plenty of room to fall back to. Sappers are testing our defenses, but that's what we put the brimstone in the front for, and it dealt with those sappers just fine. We did not lose a barricade. Our kill box is standing, and I'm so chill right now, I could just go heal. Nothing's wrong. Back at the line of sight location, an armored ogre is starting to make his way through the kill box, and even his armor is not going to be enough to protect him. He was taken down before he even made it to the elbow. That's a pretty effective box. Also, 10 times multipliers really aren't that bad at all. Not that bad at all. I suppose if we really wanted to, we could get our kill multiplier a little bit higher in here. If you were comfortable enough to drop the fear jar, which I really only need the fear jar for like round 1. If you were comfortable enough to drop that, you could pick up something like the butterfly box that could deal damage on the walls above our grinders and stuff like that, above the sappers, because there is a space open on that top wall there. Again, dying doesn't mean anything for our score. In fact, there are a lot of strategies in this game that involve dying just to refill your mana to keep the kill box going. But it looks like we're holding just fine, boys. Hopefully we make par. This is the last little bit of the wave right now, making its way into the kill box. This armored ogre is getting a little bit further than the last one, but that slapper on the wall made quick work of him. We're gonna make sure we're totally line of sighted so these archers that are on the left get all the way in.
Winning.
And I feel pretty good about that. I think that was good. I think that was good. Did we get 5? New high score? Oh, fuck. How far over? What? Oh, yeah, that's a lot over. Okay, how do we make adjustments then? So if we didn't make par time, that means our barricades were likely too far back and the enemies were walking too far to get to them. However, if we put barricades up closer, this will draw the eye of the sappers, and the sappers will run to this to try to destroy it. One way we might be able to alleviate that is if we build a barricade like this, so most enemies just come peek around the corner. Then we could put a line of brimstone here to catch the sappers. However, I don't think we're going to need that brimstone for quite some time. So round 1, we'll start out barricading both sides. We'll go with the laser just like we did before over here. I did swap out the fear jar like I was talking about, and we are going to use the butterfly box instead. Just put this up on the wall above our wall slappers, above the grinder, and this will just help keep people in the kill box even longer and increase our multiplier a little bit. With those 2 changes, is it going to be enough? I mean, we won't need brimstone on the left side, I think, until round 4 is the first round where sappers actually start going that direction. So we're going to have a lot of money by that point. It should be okay. And it looks like round 1 went totally fine. The ogres are here. They're going to battle it out for a second. I'm going to do some pre-building. Butterfly box on the wall there. Come on back, bud. Hey, thanks for the combos. We need to make sure we sell these. Put a barricade down on the line. Tar down in the opening. Grinder on the wall. And let's do 1 brimstone in front. We shouldn't need any more brimstone for now. We're going to put a wall slapper as well as another barricade. And these guys should start funneling in quite nicely. As soon as I have the money, we're going to add in the lasers, which we do now.
I don't think they'll try that again.
Round 3 is going to have sappers come out of the right door, so we need to finish our brimstone line before we kill off the last enemy. I'm going to die too, just so I can get full health. Sappers should hit the brimstone. They just did. Perfect. Then we can extend this walkway out even further, add in another laser line. Round 3 is almost over, so I'm actually going to sneak away really fast. Everything's holding fine on that side, and we'll add in this brimstone with a gap in the middle. Round 4, this should be the moment of truth to see if this holds. I'm just going to believe in it and finish expanding our trap line just like we had it before, only with the addition of those butterfly traps. Sappers spawn left side, looking at the mini-map to see if they die. And they all did. Barricade didn't take any damage. Another round of sappers at the start of round 5. Right side dead, left side dead. Ooh, we're holding.
When I am not mentoring
Okay,
children,
that was super duper easy. Was it faster though? That's the real question. The only thing we changed in the kill box was those butterfly boxes, and it was enough. So moving the barricade up and protecting it, we only beat par by 9 seconds. Oh, we also got a higher score. Let's see where we're at on the leaderboard with that. I actually feel like that would be a pretty competitive score. Ooh, top 300. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. That's going to do it for our guide on the hidden dock. Up next, we're going to be taking a look at split stairs. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this guide was helpful or you just enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. We'll be back very soon with the next level. Take care. Have a great night. Goodbye.